New mic, who dis? No, seriously, got a new mic, so I want to make sure everyone can hear us okay. So give a thumbs up if it sounds alright. Otherwise, I'll try to figure it out. So, like I said, I got a new mic. I want to make sure it's picking me up. It says it's best between like 5 inches to 20 inches away, and we got it probably about 2 feet away or something like that. So just making sure that that sounds good. And I got my new little intro screen there where it got the live chat going, and hopefully that's readable. I got to do some more stuff with this main little screen here and background and make it look all cool and pretty like everyone else. So hello Mark Short, hello Surf, hello Dark Steve, and Nickel, and Chris Durham. I'm going to take these off. Even though it helps me read the screen a little bit better, I have the monitor that I'm watching down on the floor because we got Chase just dying. We got Chase playing Jax 3?
Yes.
Yes, Jax 3. Hello, Martin H. Welcome, and Mippet, welcome. So, I've had a hard time... Leah, you guys can hear me, right? Awesome. Alien X, hello. So I'm having a hard time figuring out when to start this stream because I wanted to do it a little bit sooner for the Europeans, but yet I want it where the Americans be here, and it seemed like no one really did anything on Wednesdays, and so I was like, well, let's do Hump Day Hangouts, and so I was going to start doing it at like 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, but then all of a sudden it seemed like it got busy today. Team started putting out his stream, and then I saw that Week in Horror's going, and I don't know why. Maybe I thought Week in Horror was a different day, but it's not. So I'm trying to think. I would prefer to keep doing Wednesdays. So I'm trying to figure out what time would it keeps dying.
Damn it!
What time would work best on Wednesdays? You guys let me know. If you can give it to me in Universal Time, UTC.
Really give it to him.
Yeah, or Central Time Zone. That would be best. You don't know what to do about your premieres. Yeah, it's hard. I know for my premieres, I usually do them early in the day, like at... currently with being part of... Iridescent Bubbles on Thursdays. I don't know how to say it.
Iridescent Bubbles.
Yeah, Iridescent Bubbles. I started working with them, so I do 2:30 on Thursdays, but otherwise, if it was Monday or Tuesday, I still usually did about 2 p.m. Because I'm not as concerned on my created content, even though I like to be part of the premieres and have people there chatting. I'm not as concerned on my created stuff, but my live stuff, obviously, I would like to have as many people there as possible. You die a lot.
I never said it's good at the game.
Yeah. Which do you guys? And it's it's Thursday for you guys down in Upside Down World.
They're in the future,
or people who
tell me how tomorrow is.
Or the people in Europe, because right now it would be after midnight in Europe.
Oh, let me know how tomorrow is. So I know if I should get up or not.
Yeah, don't ever get up. Let's just sleep in bed all day.
I could do that.
Let's see, it's 2:34 a.m. for Martin in the UK, so it's pretty late. Yeah, I know. It's really hard to figure out a time. Like I said, ideally today I wanted to do it at 6 p.m. my time, which would be midnight for the UK. And I think that would make it 10 a.m. for Dark Sea, where he's at in Australia. But all of a sudden, team was going live, and so I bumped it back in hopes that like maybe he would have been done by now. But otherwise, I might just say screw it, and we might just do 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, regardless of what's going on. So yeah, can you guys, I want to know, can you hear the audio from the game? Like, do you hear him
hear me
going,
dying?
every time he goes? Because I'm trying out this new capture card, and I want to see if it's picking up this sound from it. And Mippet says that tomorrow is as sucky as today. So her today is as sucky as yesterday was.
Well, that sucks.
So lame.
Okay. Good forecasting.
Right. I'm over to the side in the shit weather zone. Yeah, okay.
Me too.
I get what you're saying. So I can tell that my graphics card that I put in here still isn't as great as I would like it to be, because I'm kind of watching a little bit of the stream information, and every so often it goes into the yellow and red. So once I am able to afford a new graphics card, I'll put a newer one in, because it does seem like it's kind of lowering the stream a little bit by having this go in there. Yeah, can only just hear it. So let me adjust something. There's not much sound going with it, but if I bump it up, it might overpower us talking. So
sound off. What do you want to hear more in game wise? You can. Is it me dying?
Yeah, and then I would agree, Martin H. It's okay compared to being a mod on MC2's channel. I agree.
I don't know. I used to be really good at this game when I was younger. It is not proving.
I didn't really come into this with the topic of what to discuss today, because
I got you covered.
Yeah.
Anytime there's downtime and you're like, don't know what to say, just relax and do that.
Right, and just keep watching him die over and over. Too loud. All right, crank it down. Yeah, we'll keep it low. We don't need to hear much on that right now. Sorry, I keep looking down because, like I said, I have the monitor down there, and then I'm watching him play at the same time, so I'm not really looking at the camera. Wow, that piece is that's a hard one for you right there.
This is fucking me up real bad.
But yeah, so I didn't come with the topic today because I was too busy thinking about setting the microphone up in hopes that you guys can hear us, and getting this set up so you guys can watch the game that Chayse is playing, and figuring that stuff out. They started the trials with the impeachment, so I was watching some of that today, and that was pretty interesting to hear and watch some of what was going on. I used to follow politics a ton, and I got so over it, and so I haven't followed a lot in probably the past 6 months. Well, pretty much since the pandemic started, I started to kind of stray away from it. And
I fucking hate this right now. I really hate this.
So watching it was rather interesting today, and like, because I hadn't been in so much of it, seeing a lot of the like tweets that Trump put out, and the times that he was putting it out during certain things, and how they were talking about it all. Holy shit, you're gonna make it. That was interesting.
I've never been so stressed.
Yeah, Surf says much splat.
I'm just kidding. I was a child once I was stressed out.
Much splat. Yes. Oh, how many more times you got to do this?
I got this whole room. I got all the way over there. I got one more after this.
Oh my god.
I got this whole room.
Dear Lord. Do you, so like, if you die on this one, do you start at the very beginning again?
I hope not. I better. Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
No, okay, thank God.
Welcome, King Crew, and screw you. It is kind of funny because I think some people might think Kingy and I have
A romantic relationship.
well, that we dislike each other a lot because we say screw you to each other. He usually says it to me, and so then I'll just be like, screw you back. And I think we threw someone off the other day, like, oh, there's beef between those two. And there's not, but there really is. But there's not, but there is.
Is this how you get your stardom? YouTube drama? There's gonna be
drama.
YouTube video reacts to your commentaries.
Yeah.
There's gonna be someone who has like their they're like their dog just like yours right here is in there. I'm going. And did you see what they said in the comments? They said ew.
Ew. I can't think today. Seriously, I've been dealing with kind of like headaches and sinuses and neck pain.
I get it. I'm bamboozling you right now. That's why you can't.
Yeah, I think you dying a lot. I'm feeling his pain, and it's just it's coming into me.
Killing you.
Let's see. I'm trying not defending Trump, but the media loves twisting shit to fit their own narrative. Too again, not defending Trump, shifting on the media. So yeah, that's some of the reason why I kind of stopped watching some politics stuff, because like there were things that I would look up, do my own research, and there'd be times they'd quote people saying certain things and they'd be missing a lot on both sides. They would be misquoting Democrats, they'd be misquoting Republicans, or they'd be cherry picking certain things, but it's undeniable when you see, tweets of Trump, and then in real time they're showing what was going on, at the Capitol at the same time that he was tweeting. They were correlating the two together, and so it was just one of those where it was kind of like, wow, yeah. And not once did he say like, for the safety of everyone, please just stop and go home, and asking if any senators or anyone were okay. It was just bizarre.
Yeah, when you tweet as much as Cher does, you have a problem. If anyone doesn't get that, anyone uses Twitter at all, check it out. Because she will tweet from like 7 a.m. in the morning to like 4 a.m. at night. It's wonderful. But like, I feel like at this point people have really lowered the standard of like him being president. But don't forget, he's still there. Well, not anymore, but he was still part of it.
Yeah.
He was still commander-in-chief, so I fill the job if you're going to do it.
And there's been a lot of Democrats and Republicans that I've disliked. And so yeah, I don't pick on one group or the other. But when you are the president, you're supposed to lead by example, and to do a lot of the things that he was doing and saying is just asinine.
Yeah.
And with Biden being in office, I'm not thrilled on that either. I want to hold him to high ground too, and we'll be watching closely on what he does and how he responds and what he reacts to. And I don't remember exactly what recently, but there's some things I'm already kind of like, a little bit about, but it's just nice to have someone that's coherent in office, or at least seems coherent and isn't trying to tweet 24/7. Wow, I'd have an ulcer playing this game. I am so terrible at games.
You never get good, you just get better.
And yes, Nickel, call stupid out where you see it. And the media does abuse their power, and that's why. Hi, Jerry. Nice seeing you here, Jerry. Right before we went live, Jerry was having an issue because someone owns a Tesla at his apartment.
Wait. They own a Tesla and they live in an apartment? I have questions.
And they must have, on their phone app or something, they must have hit valet because it wasn't in the parking spot.
No.
It was like in the middle of the garage, so that way no one could go up and down to get to their stall.
Are you kidding me?
So they had to
get your Apple computer freaking car out.
so
Stupid.
you had to contact them to get the car back in the stall. So it's like cool that they have valet mode where your car will automatically pull out of its parking spot so you can get in it. But it's one of those things where it's like it's not necessary when you live in an apartment.
Yeah, simmer down, park your car.
Are you that lazy to walk the 2 feet, get in your car, and then steer out? Ah! Oh, sorry, no, Tina came in, but she didn't say peekaboo. She just said, oh, what's the game? Jax 3. Yes, share my story. It's so chaotic.
It's too much. Teslas need to chill out, honestly.
I'm just reading some of the things again, the Capitol riots, but I've got to disagree on Biden being coherent. Laugh my ass. Man can't even string a sentence together. And that's where I'd argue back a little bit, like...
The dude has a speech impediment.
Yeah, that's true. He does have a speech impediment. He's got a stutter that he battles with. But when he has a speech, I feel like it's just way better. Trump, like, you go back and you read, like, verbatim Trump's speeches that aren't...
The problem that comes with it for me...
teleprompter, and it's like, there is no actual formed sentence in there.
The problem for me is, like, even if it's, like, joking, fun, ha ha ha, like, lighthearted, in the same instance, it's like, no, Biden ain't great, but let's call him out for the things that he's doing actually wrong, and not comparisons to Trump, otherwise the two get too, it gets too blurry, because they're not the same problem. They can be similar problems, but they're not the same problem. So let's make sure that we put him in his own category, so we're not blindsiding ourselves. Right.
And that's, like I said,
because he's some shady things. There's certain people in his, like, parties he's, like, putting into ranks. I'm kind of like, okay, is that good? No, is that great? Is this a choice of representation, or are they qualified? Like, I just have certain questions with that.
I mean.
And when he goes
everyone's
off
their own person, but I would say, like, out of the two, I can understand Biden better than Trump as far as sentence structure.
Yeah, I can follow it. He does get a little crazy when he goes off the books, but, like I said, he does have a speech impediment, and I don't think he's a great person of improv.
Yeah. I did really dislike when he was like, if you don't vote for me, you must not be black.
Yeah, he's made some weird...
That was messed up.
See, that's what I mean. When he makes statements, like, off, like, the rail, I'm like, who are you talking to?
Right.
I don't know how I'm dying.
I don't know how you're dying either.
I don't know. I'm not great at games.
Better than me. I wouldn't even be at the level that you're at now. Trump would go off on tangent after tangent 2 and try the end. You're like, what the fuck did that shit have to do with any of each other? Yeah, and that's the thing. Noki's just completely crashed.
God damn it. He's crashed, I'm crashing.
You're worse than Team Skeptic.
Honestly. Do you want... Let that be. Let this hit the bar. Like... Don't let him underestimate me if I was in COD.
But, right. Well, if you were playing,
this ain't my game.
Right. Final Fantasy X remastered. I always have to say remastered or I get yelled at.
It matters.
That you're good at. This one... this one, not so much.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Anyways,
oh my God.
Like I said, I didn't come into tonight with any sort of topic or anything else like that. I hope you guys all kind of liked last week's thing with getting put in drag. That went on really long. I was not expecting it to go that long, but it was also really fun, and I think there was a lot of really important things to discuss. Oh, and I'm going to say real quick, so Jerry, who's in the chat right now, he's the one who helped me in the parachute deployment video. So if you guys are all wondering who that is, that's who is in the chat here. This week, tomorrow, because Little Wolf's suggestion,
balls,
I created a time lapse of me making Rocket Big Dog. That comes out tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. my time, Central Time, which would be 8:30 UTC time, 8:30 p.m. UTC. And it's going to be kind of like a two-parter. The first video that comes out tomorrow is going to be nothing but time-lapse. And then probably 4 days later, I'll put out the video where it's me discussing while I'm making it, and then time-lapse. So like when I'm airfoiling the fins, I'm not going to obviously real-time that, because that literally takes me probably an hour to airfoil all fins by hand, sandpaper and whatnot. So So that part will be time lapse, but at least I'll go through step by step on how I do certain things because I do it a little bit differently than what the instructions say, based off of watching other people building rockets and their advice or recommendations and just different ways of ensuring that the rocket lasts a little bit longer or that things work better.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Oh, you're gonna crash.
The controls get stuck when you go onto the ceiling, and it's so annoying.
Is making chicken Alfredo. We got a recipe from Jerry before a chicken Alfredo, and that's really good. We need to make it again. It got super cold here in Minnesota, and I'm sure now Illinois has it. Michigan probably has it. Obviously, Canada has it. It got to negative like 5 for a high one day, which I think is like negative 27 degrees Celsius or something like that. And we made a huge pot of chili, homemade chili, and it was so good. We're gonna change some things up on it next time, I think, because it had a little bit of a marinara taste to it. Yeah, like a marinara sauce type taste, while also having like the chili kick to it. So I think we're gonna change it up a little bit next time that we make it. And then we made hot cocoa, and we made some 7-layer bars, or some people call them magic bars, which is melted butter and graham cracker to create the crust, and then you put like chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, white chocolate chips, chopped peanuts, condensed milk, and then coconut. Congrats! On the top of it, and homemade, and that's so good. So 7-layer bars. And he found a new recipe for his Instapot, so that sounds really good.
We have to figure out how to use the Instapot.
Yeah. And Mippet liked the drag thing too. I think there was a lot of good discussion that happened during it that needed to be talked about. And at some point I think we'll probably go more on with it, because I know Microraptor has mentioned wanting to be a part of a stream and maybe being in the text chat, or if I can find a way, have Microraptor maybe be on Skype, and if she can come in, we can try to have her on and have her experience as a trans person, or maybe even some of your friends maybe can come on as a trans person and discuss some things, because it was a really good topic, and like I said, education is always power.
It's key.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. And then there were some other things that we were randomly talking about this week too, with old school stuff.
What was that? Was I talking about you?
Yeah,
because you're older.
I'm old school.
Because you're older.
I'm old school stuff. God, now I can't remember. There's been a lot this week. A lot's gone on.
I feel like my brain's been dead part of the time.
It's because it's been so damn cold out that you can't think properly.
We'll blame the cold.
Yeah, we'll blame the cold on it not happening. I think it's so cool that we got this up and running. Do you guys have questions? Do you guys have anything you want to talk about? Anything that any Mute Donkey's in here? Hello, Mute Donkey. He loves this game, and I'm sure you're a much. I'm sure you're a much better player than
Shut
Chayse
the fuck up.
is.
Shut up. I don't see you over here. Mute Donkey in my face doing anything better. And yeah, it's because he isn't here. But you know what? That counts still.
That counts still. We gotta get a cable to be able to go from the phone to the capture card, so that way you can show off your Minecraft.
I don't know, because I've been dying so much in Minecraft lately.
What's been killing you?
Everything. Lava, water, drowning,
everything other than the creatures that actually kill you.
Getting caught in a pond and a llama getting in the way and getting killed by zombie villagers. It's been happening. But I found bees. Which is really hard to do.
Yeah. The first one. What do you say? Okay, what about the first one? Right, I know. I'm been Surf says or in Discord, and I'm trying to get him in Discord, but he's procrastinating on that so hardcore, and it's not happening.
Plus side, I did do a wig, so in procrastination, I did something else I never do.
Yeah, which a lot of people don't know. You create wigs for yourself and for other drag queens, and some of the stuff he does is crazy and phenomenal. So like the first wig that you put on me last week, where who was it said it looked like Mars Attacks?
Oh,
Might have been
yeah.
Nickel who said it looked like Mars Attacks. And so that one with that all that wavy hair, you've done, and many others.
Yeah, that one was like a shitty Halloween
That was
Halloween
kinda
wig
funny.
too. That was like a cheapo.
Which Jack and Dexter is this? This is the third.
The third.
Jack's third. So Mute, you got it wrong because you said the first one, but then he goes probably. So no, you wrong.
You see this hairstyle? It's no way like the first.
Yeah. I think the first time I played Jack and Dexter, it took me 6 hours to beat it. Yeah, well,
Okay. We're bragging now. We're bragging. You shut up. Whoever's saying this.
this is Mute.
You come fight me.
Yeah, because it takes me about 6 hours just to go through that, to walk over those propeller.
But I did
pedestal
it.
things.
But I did it. I showed up.
I should maybe download Spyro on here and play
You
it.
should. The remastered, it's really fun, but it's very much like the same.
Well, that's you were. You look at me and it dropped you, and you're just like, nope.
God, I'm
if it's the
sweating.
same, then I'm cool with it because I was really good at Spyro the Dragon. And,
Like
and
it just
kicked ass
it
at
just looks better.
Right. So if everything's the same and it just looks better, then I'm cool. I'll do that.
And you just have till the 21st because it's super cheap right now.
How much is it?
I think it's like $12.
Fine,
And normally like it's like cost of like a full price game normally.
Right.
Oh, fuck this.
No, I
lizard.
haven't played it. Not like I remember. I would think I would remember most of the stuff, but there's like some secret areas that were harder to get to. But I think I probably would remember once I get once I get going on it.
Be warned. These games.
The ones that, because like I would play it where I would want to get everything and beat everything, and so there's like these worlds where you just practice your flying. Right, and you got to go through the rings in a certain time and whatnot, and those ones were probably the hardest for me, just because like you'd have like trains crossing as you're trying to get through a ring and stuff like that.
Oh, because I've played the remastered a little bit, and I remember that area. It is so difficult. It's kind of fun though. I like that one a lot.
Ratchet and Clank.
Never
I never played that.
Never
Yeah.
played, but I looked at it and like I didn't get if it was similar to this or this was similar to that. I don't know which one that came first.
Yeah. And hello, Tony Regime. Meant to say hello to you. Mippet, I do not have a Discord yet.
Where's your Discord?
Well,
You're getting
so
me on
here's the
Discord.
thing,
Where's your
so
Discord?
This was kind of funny. So I'm on Discord, but I don't have my own server, and I'm just trying to get you on it without your own server. Just be on it.
What? But I serve.
And,
so when I want a server.
The reason why I haven't started a server is because like the iNetwork said, like everyone has a server, and pretty much everyone is on everyone's server. Now this is gonna drop on you, so be careful.
Shut up.
Might want to jump across before it
Oh, I
does.
hate this because they like angle these so weirdly.
And so I pretty much, I don't want to say I claim the Four Swordsmen as my server because it's not, but that's the server I'm definitely on the most. So I haven't created my own. Chasing the mushroom around the racetrack.
Is that slang? Is that slang for drugs?
What one was that? Is that this game or is that Spyro? Because I don't remember a mushroom. Or is that on Ratchet and Clank?
Is this Mario? Are you doing
Ratchet
drugs
and
right now?
Clank,
Tell the truth.
I don't-
Comment below the truth.
People are on multiple servers. Surf question. Yeah. Yeah, so I just haven't started one. It wouldn't be all that exciting anyways. If I were to start a server, it would be strictly to stream people in Discord chat on this stream, so then that way we could all have a chat and sit down. And yes, Chase is playing on PS4.
Hello, he wants a chat.
But yeah, so that way if I wanted to have group discussions, then I could. I mean, I could probably use a Four Swordsman server, but I think I would want it where I could choose who was in the live chat at the time, so that way people wouldn't just pop in. So like if I wanted to do a specific discussion, and I think that's why either I would use Skype or I'd have to try to figure out how to do like Google Meets, which I don't think is that hard, and then give people probably a link to Google Meets.
What kind of meats do they got?
Bacon, not Canadian bacon, because that's ham.
I wrapped so
did
much
you know
bacon.
Today?
Yeah. Side note.
Did you know the pig is a magical thing?
Yeah.
It can take an apple and turn it into bacon.
I'm a pig in Chinese astrology. Is that why you like me?
I was gonna make a
What you gonna say? What you gotta say, huh?
Gotta eat you. Four Swordsman is part mine. The mushroom in Spyro to get one of the eggs. Oh, you're talking about the wizards, the little like purple wizards that run around that you gotta like try to chase and then headbutt.
This does sound like drugs.
Yeah, right. Surf has his own server, but none of you are invited anyways. Well, fuck you, Surf. No more bacon for you for the next month. Alien X Gaming has an interview with Hugh Jars coming up in about a half hour. Yes, I saw that. So if we don't seem to have a lot to discuss tonight, because I kind of came in this half headachy, half hungry, even though I only ate half my pizza, and then frustrated with all the other streams that were going on, I didn't really have a game plan for tonight. Other than watching Chase play and babble. Is Pain on PS4? Do you know? Have you ever played Pain? I don't know what Pain is.
I only know the character Pain.
He's the gamer. I am not the gamer.
I have not played Pain.
You can do meets. It's easy. Even I can do it. Mippet, you do a lot more than I would even know. You do a lot of stuff for different people that I would have no clue on. So
Manhunt's on PS4.
There's a great Al Murray stand-up routine where he uses bacon as proof of God. I would believe that. Bacon pretty much is God. Oh!
You're welcome.
No, you usually call me God.
No, I say, oh my god.
Right. You like look at me and you go, oh my god, and I go, what?
I do not look at you.
Anyways, what's all been exciting in your guys' world? Because like I said, I did not think of anything. I came in so blanked today. I'm so out of it. And Bailey's been, in the morning, is just up and down, so my sleep hasn't been great, somewhat because of him, and poor guy is hacking and can't do much on that. Pain is only for PS3, so I would know. You could set up Four Swordsmen to do that setup if you don't want to have another server. That's true. I could probably go in there and create like a voice chat room where I'd have to invite people specifically into it, and then as soon as I'm done talking with them, probably get rid of their permissions to come into that voice chat for another time that I want to maybe talk with people specifically again. If it says technology challenge, it's funny because it's true.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. To me, in my head, I see you as like so technologically like wizard, and I'm not.
I know how to build things and put things together. When it comes to like when it comes to software, I suck. Like as far as OBS, like just these screens from that to that to that, took me like an entire day to figure out on how to do that. And even now, it's still not completed because I still want to try to figure out more with it. What'd you do?
I need to get them in there. I killed one.
Oh, oops. And you keep killing them.
I don't know.
It took me about a day to do, and it took me a lot of YouTube research and a lot of just Google research, like this live chat on the side, which I don't even know if that's legible to people, if they can even read it or not, because on my screen it looks like crap. Oh, let's look at the laptop. On the laptop, it's not bad. So maybe it's readable. I know it's kind of hard when there's a game going, but I would like to do more with this screen. I just don't know how to put like cool graphics in the background or on the side or anything like that, like Alien X has or like Team Skeptic has. So that's something I'm gonna have to figure out. What's this game that I just watched at 2 times speed to catch up because I had a week in horror on while at dinner. So this is Jax 3.
Jax 3.
Jax 3. Mute. 3. Got it? 3. Do it the way Mr. Sensible does. Have the waiting room that people can hop in, then you just drag them into the private room. Oh, you might have to help me out with that. So what I could do is I could create a voice chat room that'd be called like Tanner's voice chat or something like that, and then create a waiting room and then pull them in to be a part of this. And then I have to figure out how to, which I wouldn't imagine is too hard to get, to get Discord in here, because obviously when I go into OBS, there's something that says disable in OBS or disable in Discord from this. So I'm sure it's probably super easy. I can figure it out. I could probably find a YouTube video on it if someone else in the community can't help me out. But
YouTube fixing YouTube.
YouTube fixing YouTube. Do as you always do.
That's what Southern people sound like when they talk. It's a fact.
In Florida, the more north you go, the more in the deep south you are.
Florida's its own being. And it's true. I remember going through Atlanta and still thinking like those people were faking accents, and like I'm pretty sure they just saw some hard northerner looking at them like, what?
Speaking of Microraptor, hello Microraptor. We were just talking about you a little bit. We're slowly like shifting more and more away from the center of the screen. So
what's going on?
Either I can move that over or something.
We're afraid of being intimate with you guys.
Yeah,
being vulnerable, really showing our breasts.
We were just talking about Micro a little bit ago, and I said maybe Micro, I would like to have you come on. We can discuss things as far as your experience as a trans person, especially being in a different country than here.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know what it's like. I think you're Sweden, right?
Swedish.
Yeah, from Sweden. Swedish,
sakes.
I think so, if I'm correct.
He's sweet.
And so it'd be kind of interesting to hear your experience in a different country versus maybe if we have someone here come on, one of your friends come on and discuss like the differences and how it works and goes about, if there's, a lot of similarities or not. I press buttons, that's all. I only learned how to cut and paste a few months. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing, is just cut and pasting. Like when it came to the chat thing on the side, it was just a cut and paste into a thing. And yes, she's Swedish. And I blinked.
I want to know what's the
And King Cruise. So it's the first Jax, right? No, he's just. I wish I could turn the camera without turning the light and everything, because Noki is just. He's dead on the laptop. Let me see if I can do this a little. Oh, I moved.
What
no.
did you? Oh no, you ruined it.
No.
Are Swedish fish really Swedish? That's the truth I want.
He is sleeping on the laptop.
Is he really?
He wants to type to you guys in the chat on there because I had the stream up on the laptop to be able to make sure everything is going through clear. Little boy. And we had to put him in their clothes because it is so cold out.
It's
but
so
he's a wimp. He's the biggest wimp around.
Well, your dogs, these boys, I keep saying your dogs, the dogs, they know when they can pull shenanigans, and they will baby, and they will, like, milk everything to the inch of their life.
Yeah. So, Noki's been perfectly fine. When it can be this cold out, and if there's fresh snow, he's, like, wants to run around and
He'll
play.
catch snowballs.
Yeah, he'll catch snowballs, he'll chase them down. But if he wants to be a wimp, like, he'll go outside, and then he starts raising his paws like he's freezing up, which he probably is sometimes, because once Bailey starts doing it and Gizzy starts doing it, then they probably are freezing up. But, like, Noki will be like, oh, no, I don't want to. It's too cold. And then you got to pick him up, and then that's usually what he wants anyways. He likes to be held all the time. But, like, even in the summer, one time he acted like his paw was hurt. We're not looking at him, and he's, like, running kind of around, and then as soon as we turn back around, he's, like, limping with his little paw up. Like, you are such a little lying shit.
Well, and Bailey, too, because, like, there was a time where, like, we thought that, like, he had, like, a really big paw issue. Like, you know, he's getting older, so we're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, maybe it's this arthritic. But let me tell you, as soon as he saw a gate was open and he was kind of doing a limp, he sprinted to get out away from us. And I was like, you are full of shit.
Yeah, liar. Bailey is way smarter than he's pretty dumb, but sometimes he's like, he's brilliant. So when I lived in a house that, the basement is where I made it like my main living space.
His dude room.
Yeah, it was huge, and my bedroom was down there too, and then you go up the stairs, and at the very top of the stairs was like the side door to outside, and then the kitchen, right? And most people came to the side door when they were delivering packages or people were coming over. So what he would do is feeding time. Bailey is a little piggy. He eats his food super fast, and he always tries to steal from the other dogs. So what he would do is he would lay on the end of the couch like he is right now, and that corner was by the stairs going up, obviously. So he'd finish his food, he'd jump up there, and then he would look at the stairs, and he'd bark like as if someone was at the door, causing Noki and Gizzy then to start running up the stairs thinking someone was home, and he would then jump down off the couch and go to their food dishes trying to eat their food while they were distracted upstairs. And he would do that, and like I'd have to yell at him, and I have to watch at him because like he knew exactly what would happen. So when we moved into the apartment, the door is like right over there, and the couch faces right there, so you can see everything. So when we moved in here, he tried to pull the same shit, put the food down, he eats it super fast, goes, jumps on the couch and looks at the door and starts barking to distract the other two so they'd go running away from their food dish. Well, because the door's right there, they can see. So they'd perk up and they'd look over, and you could see like Bailey get all mad that they're not running to the door, because he'd start getting ready to jump off the couch waiting for them to go running away, and he couldn't trick them anymore.
He's such a little ass.
Yeah. Sorry, no. I missed. First time I seen Chayse, that cool blue he got going on. He got it going on with the cool blue.
Oh, thank you.
With the aqua vulva.
Aqua.
So Chayse found a new drag queen, Aqua Vulva, and is in love with that name.
Well, I've known them for a bit, but I forgot that their name is Aqua Vulva because they don't perform a ton. But then it's like, oh yeah, Aqua Vulva. I love that. Mm-hmm. Just cool words. Vulva.
So Mippets ferrets send messages on Discord all the time. So they must always run around across the keyboard.
Ferrets are so cute.
And my crib, his crib.
His crib?
My dog just looked up at my laptop like, dude, what the fuck? I told him, yeah, they're talking shit about your kind's lying ways. Oh, that's right. Because do you have a min pin or do you have a Doberman? Geo Sam, welcome. You need to be really dumb to defeat the stupid in their own game.
I'm here.
Skydiver Tanner is the best queen. And I told Chase that and he loved it. Skydiver.
Because there's like a thing, because like in drag, like it'd be like, oh my Diamond Diva, are you okay? What's going on? You seem a little confused.
I'm always confused.
Darling Diva, are you going out? And they'd be like, Diva! Actually, there's a drag queen named Meatball, and she has a makeup palette, and one of her colors is called Diamond Diva.
Meatball.
I love Meatball. If anyone ever watches Dragula, please stand the Meatball.
So what is the objective of this game?
I don't know. I've never actually beaten it. I think I've only got like 75% complete on the game.
Well, like, I mean, usually there's a storyline to the game. What's the storyline to this one?
It's a continuation of the other games, which I've never played.
Of Jax 1 and 2, okay.
Which I've never played, so I actually don't know the full storyline. I got this game because, like, when mine, like, I don't remember actually how we got a PS2 at our house. But we did. And it came with a bunch of games. It, like, showed up one day. And this is one of them.
Nickel has Jack Russell Doberman looking mix, and his mom looks like a Doberman, but she's mostly a Beagle. Jack Russell Terriers. So the reason why I went with a min pin is because there was a lot of it was a Rat Terrier. A lot of min pins were mixed with Rat Terriers, and Rat Terriers can be very high strung and obnoxious. And so I wanted to make sure to get a purebred when I was getting a dog. And the reason why I went with a min pin is because I didn't have the space or time for a big dog. And so I wanted a dog that looked like a dog. And I thought a min pin is the closest thing that looks manly like a dog, right? And so that's what I went with. And then after I got them, I loved it because I went to get a new tire for my motorcycle, and so I'm at the motorcycle shop, and this big huge leather daddy Harley rider comes up, and he gets off his bike and he goes to his back where there's like this little basket crate thing, and he pulls out the foofiest little Pomeranian. Like, I know Gizzy's a foofer, but this thing was like, you know, like this stereotypical like teddy bear looking ones that you would see like Paris Hilton having or something. And he grabbed that dog and he's just carrying that dog just the proudest he could ever be. And I was like, damn straight. Like, you don't have to have like a manly looking dog to love on a dog. I don't know why. It was like that was probably just my mentality then. But yeah, Jack Russells can be pretty no, they're not too yippy. Rat Terriers are really yippy. Jack Russells aren't too bad. And what about Pork Chop? What do you think of Pork Chop?
Never pay attention to her. I love the name. I don't pay much attention to Pork Chop. And not because she was the first queen ever eliminated. I just didn't get into her for a lot.
Yeah.
Not a big glam.
I don't know
Not
her.
a big glam queen. Personally.
Glam queen.
I love glam.
Yeah.
But I'm not super glam.
And Jerry says his cat Cleo gets in the way of the video camera when he's doing chat meetings for work.
Moonshine in that butthole.
Cats are notorious for that.
They say, oh, hello, I like to be on camera.
As soon as you're at a computer where you actually need to work on something, they are laying on the keyboard, or yes, they're right in front of the camera showing off that butthole.
They say, hello.
He's a medium little poocher. His sister has a horse she calls a dog. That thing, they call a dog like 6 times his size. It's insane. His dad was full-blooded Jack Russell who never shut the fuck up. These guys, like, I'm surprised that actually during some of these live streams, they've been pretty quiet.
They are so chilled out when we do this, and then like when I would do virtual drag shows.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much the whole time.
It is weird because like they'll bark all the time, especially if I'm the only one home. Like any little noise, they bark at constantly. It's like I do not need protection. Like you don't have to try to stick up for me. I'll be fine.
Damn it.
It went boom boom. It went boom boom. Then once you get home, then they kind of calm down a little bit. But yeah, what's weird during a live stream here or during your live drag shows, they haven't really barked at all. Ooh, ooh, you better get it. You better get it. Ooh, you lucked out. And so that's one good thing. He is sacked out. And he's just like, laying across the keyboard.
Oh, I went too far ahead. Yeah, no, it's really cute. He's just out on the keyboard.
Microraptor says you're not allowed to ignore a cat. That's their job, yes. We're going to be doing an LGBT TMI show tomorrow with Linda, a bit of tea in Danish. Ooh, that actually sounds really interesting. What time? Because my premiere is at 8:30 UTC time, 8:30 p.m. UTC. Microraptor, isn't TMI always a little, at least a little queer? Yes, they are cute together. Anyone know how they met? How Chayse and I met?
In the streets.
Oh, and then Alien X's interview is in like 10 minutes. So maybe we could call it an early night and not stream as long as we normally do so we can go watch Alien X's. And maybe if this weekend's kind of boring, Friday night or Saturday night. I know sometimes the iNetwork does some things. But if we can find out, like, if people aren't doing a stream, we can maybe do a stream this weekend because it's going to be super cold again and we'll want to find something to do. So we met on Tinder is how we actually met. Matched up
Trying to get tender on Tinder.
in the summer of 2018.
Yeah, because were you out in Chicago or were you...
I was going to go, well, we matched on Tinder and then we were talking a lot when I was out in Chicago. Through Facebook. We matched on Tinder. We didn't talk much on there. We became friends on Facebook, and then we started talking a lot when I was out in Chicago training to become an instructor at iFly. And then we started chatting a lot. So that's how we met. Tinder would be kind of like the Match.com for gay people. That's the way I put it. Grindr is the hookup site, and Tinder is the try to actually find a partner.
Yeah, not being a piece of crap.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's changed at all or not. Whereas for like straight people, usually like Tinder is the hookup site and Match.com is like the actual find people to date or something. 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, which would be noon Central for me. So, if it starts at noon and my premiere is at 2:30, I could probably watch a good portion of that. So, Noki's dreaming. I wish I had the camera. This is why there's a camera called an OBS bot, an OBS bot, and you can have it turn and stuff like that. But he's sitting here like he's, look at him. He's like twitching or like he's running.
He's dreaming so much right now.
This is too funny. Oh, no, he woke up. Wait, well, he's still laying, but it's funny.
He's just so socked out.
I love you guys. Look like you were meant to be.
Aww.
Thank you. What time zone am I in? I'm in Central Time Zone. So yes, it would be 12 o'clock p.m. for me. So it'd be about 2 hours before my premiere, or 2.5 hours before my premiere. So yay! I can watch some of that and be there if I'm up by noon. Because let's be honest, I am not a morning person,
At all.
right? And this weekend, Saturday, I think I'm supposed to be doing the Mega Mirror. I talked with Steven a couple of reasons, and he said it's supposed to still be going on, but that would be 9 a.m. my time this Saturday, I believe. And so I got to be up early to try to do that, and I'll be so out of it. So usually I'm not waking up until about 12:30. And that's only because Bailey then starts getting up and needs to go out, and he's hacking a lot and coughing a lot. So, zero sleep last night thanks to MC Tunes, so going to have to run. All right, we'll talk to you later, Martin. We'll probably cut it out here too, just so we can hop over to Alien X Gaming's channel to watch the interview with Hugh Jars. I love Hugh Jars, so I kind of want to see that. I call him the last gravity bender because he always makes fun of how large he is. And Mippet says, yes, it is definite. Okay, cool. Because Mippet is the one who set it up. She's the one who kind of scheduled it. Give dogs cuddles for me. I'm going to eat my din-din, says Jerry. So have a good night. So let's cut it. I'm going to play the outro. I know my outro is kind of long, but we can at least chat in the side chat. But I also like to see how the video quality comes through by playing that. And it's a nice little relaxing video under canopy. If you guys have any suggestions on things that you would like to discuss in live streams, please leave it in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe. I'm sure you guys already are, but if anyone comes by and watches this later, subscribe, hit the like button, bell notification, yada, yada, yada. Make sure to read the description as well. I kind of put a new rule in the description to make sure people are reading it. Yeah. What are we talking about ass sizes for?
Oh.
Because also micro-writer's like, I'm indifferent to ass sizes.
A profound statement.
Get your asses. Oh, for Hugh Jars. For Hugh Jars. Duh. Talking about Hugh Jars. Alright. So, we will talk to y'all later. Maybe we'll do a stream later this week or weekend. And we'll have more things to talk about where it's a little bit more interesting. Hope this mic picked everything up really well. Thanks, you guys. Awesome. Chris Durham, I love listening to him play piano. But, alright, I'm going to cue the outro.